building an indie business in the center of venture capital. I am Alex Edmonds. People on the internet call me Supreme Rum Ham, and this is the Building an Indie Business podcast, recorded in the Indie Business Studio. Alright, so I talk about Shopify a lot and how much I like running a Shopify apps business, but there are some things I hate about it. Mostly the customers, my third-party dev, and the fact that I bought this business and inherited it. Its issues as well. So I'm going to talk about those three things and what I hate about them today in this episode. So let's get into it. Customers. What I hate about customers. Well, they are, for the most part, non-technical because Shopify is for regular people, right? So they don't know how to use technology, or they have a very basic understanding of technology. And then they ask me stupid questions because they don't have the mindset of just like testing out a website. So it's just what they see in front of them. They don't click around. For example, one person emailed me and they said, "Hey, I'm in the theme editor. I can't find your app." And they showed me a screenshot. And in my instructions, I say, go to sections and blocks. The screenshot that they showed me was an app embeds. And app embeds is in a tab. And if you just go one tab over in the theme editor, you're in blocks and sections. So I had to explain that to them. And I don't even think they understood that. Because I just said, oh, it's in the other tab, blocks and sections, and she was like, yeah, we have a custom website and blah blah blah. Maybe I need to talk to the dev, and it's like, it's right there, boom. I didn't want to screenshot it again because I would have to I'd have to Photoshop it and all this, and I was like, you know what, no. And that's the other thing. They're only paying me $5 a month. So anytime someone emails me 3 times, I want to lose it. I just want to scream. I'm like, figure it out on your own. You're not paying me enough for this. But I have a solution for that. I'll talk about that in another episode. So we'll see how that goes. And then this is so unfortunate. And the other thing is I am literally the only person that can answer their questions. When I first started this, I remember someone emailed me and I was like, I'll let someone else get that because that's what I do at work. But there's no one else to get that email. I'm it. There's no one else to get answers from. So I have to go in and I have to get that email answered and answer their dumb questions. Another thing that they always ask me is that they can't use my app. And I'm like, what's your theme? Because apps are for 2.0 themes. So I go, what theme are you using? Are you using a 2.0 theme? And they go, no. And that just makes me want to slam my laptop on the ground and break it. It's so annoying. But, alright, so I'm going to say something nice. Compared to how many customers I actually have, I don't get a lot of emails. One of my apps so I have 6 apps. One of my apps has 95 users right now. And I maybe get 1 or 2 emails a week, something like that. So yeah. That's what I hate about my customers. Yep. And then I have a third-party developer. I hate that. Literally, when the guy I was buying it from told me he had a third-party developer, I did not almost go through with the transaction. I just don't like someone else having the code. That's one thing, and that's just generic. I don't like this guy specifically because he tries to rip me off. So one of the apps wasn't working, and he goes, "Oh yeah, I just need to do this, this, and this. It'll take like 3 or 4 hours." So I go, "Okay, that's not that much. Let's do that. See if the app is running." Because I don't want to focus on apps that aren't making money right now. I want to focus on maximizing the revenue, right? But if it takes 3 or 4 hours, why not? So okay, I let him do that, and then he submits it. It gets reviewed, it gets rejected again, and I tell him, I'm like, okay, whatever. And then he does research. Mind you, I paid him for that, for technically nothing, right? And then he goes, "Oh, I realize what I have to do. I have to create an entirely new app and submit the current app as a new app, and it'll be fine. It'll take 12 to 15 hours. I'm like, bro, fuck you. Like, no. Dude, 12 to 15 hours at what I pay him would be more money than I made from the apps in November and December. Like, you're just trying to rip me off right there. So he sucks. And what I want to put him under review, and I want to like take the code myself and then, just work on it on my own. But the issue is that I don't know what he would do. If I say, "Hey, I'm putting you under review, I want the code," right? Will he just destroy all the apps and leave me with nothing? Will he actually hand it over? Will I actually be able to understand his infrastructure? How good is his code? Is it shit? I don't know. So yeah. But the nice thing I will say is it made for an easier transition because the guy, the non-technical guy who I bought this stuff from, I didn't have to handle his mess, right? And that's the issue I have with this guy. He left me some stuff to clean up, and it's not just little stuff. People have emailed me several times. So I go in the inbox and I see like one person emailing him for months trying to get questions answered. And so I'm answering and I'm like, "Hey, do you still have this issue?" And they'll email me like, "Oh, I haven't heard from you for 3 or 4 months. What's up with that?" And it's like, so now what I've started doing is I've started being like, "Hey, I'm Alex. I'm new. What do you need?" Just making it clear that that was not me. You're dealing with a new person. So yeah, there was that. And then there was also cleaning up the product descriptions. The product descriptions needed a bit more optimizing. So I worked on that. There were technical issues as well. But the one app wasn't working, and I talked about that. I bought 7 apps. 6 of them were online. The 7th one I might bring back. I might not. We'll see. Maybe later. But, and this is just a recent update, one of my Shopify apps got audited. And it was very simple things. It was kind of annoying. It wasn't even really his fault. But I'm putting the blame on him because what got audited was the title. The title was too generic. So I had to change the title. Right now I'm shop working the titles. It was rotating browser tab title. That was too generic. And so I changed it to dynamic browser tab options, and I submitted that, and we'll see if that goes through. So yeah, I got audited by Shopify. So I'm putting the blame on him for that. Yeah, those are some of the things I hate about running a Shopify app store, business. Clearly, all these things will scale as I grow the business. So that is unfortunate. What I will see if this third-party developer will give me the code, because I don't like working with third-party developers, and I don't like this guy in general. So we shall see what happens in the future. And if I do get the code myself and I start working on the apps myself, I will let you guys know. That's all I have for this episode. Thank you for listening. Have a nice day. Bye.